I have my handy dandy review board, so let's do this. So episode 3 starts out with a flashback of Clark's dad, Wells, Clark, and Wells' dad all watching an old soccer game from like a bajillion years ago. Then we see Clark's mom come in and have a conversation with her dad about some guy wanting him for like a ship review, whatever. So he goes off and does that, and that was the end of the flashback. So now we're back in real time on Earth, and we see Jasper is in critical condition, but he's still alive, and he's in need for medical supplies. But they don't have anything. All they have around them is nature itself. So based off what they saw the outsiders do to him, they go out and look for it, which is a red seaweed that Wells knows where it is. But when they're out there, they hear tribal horns, and immediately after the tribal horns go off, they look off in the distance and they see this acid fall to kill those 2 people that was in the woods by themselves. So after that, there's like another flashback of Clark's dad and Clark's mom having a conversation together about what Clark's dad should tell the ship or not that it's dying. And we see in the corner that Clark is hiding. But back to Earth, we meet another character by the name of Charlotte. Charlotte is just this little girl trying to find her place and also trying to get rid of her nightmare. We see that Bellany shows a little compassion towards this little girl. In the episode, we see another flashback of Clark's dad being floated, which is a good visual. So if you were wondering what floated means or what it looked like. Now, towards the end of episode 3, we see 3 big points in the story, even though that one leads to the other. One, we see that Clark kills Adam because he's in pain from the acid fall that happened earlier. So it was a mercy killing, and for some reason, Bellany couldn't do it. But that's besides the point. After she kills Adam, we see the little girl's face. And it's like, it was like a face of, I know what I must do now. The second one, Clark finally realizes that it wasn't Wells that told the Chancellor about her father, but it was her mother instead. Your own mother turning in your father, getting him killed? Strong girl, Clark. Strong. So we see that their friendship is restored at the end. But that brings me to number 3. This is probably the biggest one of them all. Wells is murdered by the little girl. The face that she had was, I realize I know what I must do now to slay my demons. In her own words, to slay my demons. Wells' father, the Chancellor, killed Charlotte's, the little girl. He floated her parents. So it was like kind of a revenge type thing. I mean, why did Wells have to die the same episode that he got his best friend back? That's terrible. But hey, that's TV nowadays. Black guy always gotta die first. No, I'm just kidding. The black guy always gotta die second now. Moving up. But yes, that was the end of episode 3. Episode 4 starts up with everyone thinking that Wells died to the outside. But we all know that's not true. So a little later in the episode, we see Olivia and Jasper go out to the woods and they stumble upon Wells' fingers and the knife that killed him. Now, they all know that the knife belongs to John Murphy, one of the douchebags in the camp. Oh, and you see that the camp is being formed into like a fort. Now, the entire camp is out for blood and they want to kill John. So they all hang him. So we see Charlotte, the girl who really killed Wells, confess it, but nobody wants to kill her, which is like that age-old thing. Girls are treated different from guys and vice versa or whatever. So when Murphy doesn't get his way, he goes on this rampage and he attacks Bellany. He's hunting her down. Now she is a child, but hey, she is still a killer and justice needs to be served in some form. Alright, so back on the ark, Amy and Raven are still trying to build this little pod thing to get to Earth, but they still need this one piece for the pod to work, and there's this one person that has it, and this person is like a smuggler of, I guess, expensive parts or whatever it is. And that person's name is Nigel, which is weird because she's a woman. Raven couldn't get the part because she would have had to sleep with some engineer guy who could get it for her. So Amy steps in and trades it for morphine. But Nigel seems like the person to be playing both sides of the field because she then turns on Abby and reports her to Kane. And Kane is still lurking, doing whatever it is he's doing. I still see him as an evil person. Back to Earth, where John is still on his little revenge hunting, killing spree. Now, they get to this little cliff where everyone is now. Clark, Finn, Bellany, Charlotte, 3 other guys, and John himself. They're all fussing and bickering about justice and what needs to happen, and it gets to Charlotte because she then kills herself by jumping off the cliff. Now, Bellany and Clark may have had their disagreements, but they did agree on one thing, and that was the banishment of John Murphy. So justice was served in a way. Now, wrapping up the scene, we see a little, I'm just joking. But anyway, wrapping up the scene, we see a little kiss between Octavia and Jasper. A little love scene. It's nothing too major, but we'll see something, I guess, grow out of that. If you stay tuned after the episode, you see what will happen next week, where Raven, the ship lands, She's telling them stuff, and we see Monty trying to fix the communications on the pod so they can contact the Ark. And once again, Bellany gets in the way and messes it up. But yeah, that was the review for episodes 3 and 4 of the 100. I don't know if I'm going to double up again in 2 weeks or if I'll just do episode 5 next week. I'll kind of figure that out later on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll put a couple of clips of what I saw people say underneath the episode because I watched them on Hulu. Except for tonight, I watched this one actually on TV. But I'll post it right before the bloopers, or maybe even right now. They'll probably be going. I don't know, just look out for them. A couple people have some good points that they brought up. Tune in tomorrow for my collaboration video with my cousin. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about, but just stay tuned. Also, I already took my tripod down and I didn't feel like putting it back up. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it 2 thumbs up. I'm trying to do 2. I'm holding the camera, so. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, all that stuff to be in the link below. Thanks again. What it is? What's up? What it is? What's up? Chapter 11. I've been drinking green tea. It's getting hot in here.